Okay. The fires in Los Angeles have been very destructive, and one way in which we're seeing just how intense these fires are is the formation of these so-called fire tornadoes or fire whirls. And I think it's a good manifestation of the destructive power of these fires. And then also the wind interacting with that topography, as well as the fire plume itself. So these can be fueled by, essentially any fuel that's on the ground, or on standing vegetation. The term fire tornado isn't a very precise one. It can mean a lot of different things, but generally speaking, we call these things fire whirls. And these fire whirls, where it's a spinning structure, flow structure, can reach very, very high wind speeds and have wind speeds that you would see in a tornado. Essentially, the wildfire can be so strong that it forms something akin to a tornado. The smoke. And so the fire, can burn and spread quickly, posing, that thermal, danger, as well as, the smoke and, all the nasty things there from the smoke and emissions. But then the tornado aspect, or the high winds, add the risk of wind damage. And so you can have debris that's flung by the wind that can, hurt people. It can also knock over, damaged structures, as well as hamper efforts by first responders or other people who are in that area to escape or find cover. And actually, these fire whirls can also be a mechanism for firebrands to be flung far away from where they're generated. The generation of firebrands from vegetation and structural materials. These are funded by... So fire whirls also can be a mechanism for flinging embers far away from their source and far ahead of the fire front, allowing the fire potentially to spread very long distances. And that's that's due to the combined effect of those induced winds, as well as the increased burning rate that the fire whirl can cause, or the more intense burning, you could say. Because of the spinning motion, the flames are sort of forced down closer to the fuel, and so you actually burn the fuel much faster when you've got this fire whirl. And I think it's important to note, too, that when these events happen, you can have a sudden shift in the fire behavior, and that poses a threat to first responders because they maybe, it only gives them less time to respond to the sudden change, and the fire could suddenly move in their direction when otherwise it was moving in a different one. Reach that much further, but if it's able to start affecting the local airflow and create very...
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.